It's okay. Off your mic, it's okay. Off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Maiyegun Diary. Lórí Facebook. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun Diary. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Very sorry about that.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Is it back now?
Maiyegun ti dé.
lórí Facebook àní ẹ̀sùn làjú lórí YouTube.
I have figured it out. I figured out what would have happened, okay? I want you to check. Is it back?
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làjú. Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Lórí Facebook.
Again, thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Okay? Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. Now, if you have already read the caption of the broadcast, you have also read the description of the broadcast, you have shared it, and you have liked it, or even subscribed onto my channel, thank you. If you haven't done any of these, take a moment, please.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Gbogbo ala máa jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni.
Emefiole, show of shame, Daura secret service or Dokpemu stupid service. Read the caption.
Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn làjú. Tó bá rúfin o. Ayé ẹ̀sùn làjú. Gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Ayé ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Let's start. So, once again, good evening to you, good morning to you, and good afternoon to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Maiyegun, and it is live if you are watching it live. Now, I know some of you have seen the viral video of the drama that took place in Nigeria, where the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiole, was brought to court by DSS. And then the fight between the prison service, which is the Nigeria Correctional Service, the prison commander, and the DSS, two government sort of agencies, they fought in front of the court over who is going to keep Emefiole in custody. Today mark the sixth week that Emefiole has been in detention of the DSS. Now, I want to give you the backstory. I'm very good at that. Sometimes in December 2022, where Emefiole was still very much the spanner that Bukwari and his cabal were using against themselves, Tifnumbu and gang. So in December, the DSS suddenly declared the Central Bank governor of Nigeria wanted. Around that time, Emefiole was outside Nigeria. It was kind of a shocker. DSS reports to the president. Abi, Emefiole reports to the president. What could be going on? But around that time, a lot didn't know that Escobar has managed to hijack as many agencies as he can hijack. And DSS was one of them. Emefiole was seen as a clog in Tifnumbu's road to presidency. So, agency of the same government, one of them declared the other wanted, the head of the other wanted. That was kind of like part of the ridiculousness that followed Tifnumbu's government. Bukwari's government, rather. So what happened? Emefiole was like, instead of me going back to Nigeria, disgraced, handcuffed, openly, I would rather stay where I am. Emefiole just started flying all over the world for straight 3 weeks. Around that time, there were reports that they were pushing to kind of slow the DSS down and let him be. Somehow, when Emefiole returned to Nigeria, it was those who were guiding Bokwari that welcomed Emefiole to Nigeria, which means Bokwari had to provide a personal security, special security for Emefiole under those during those period. And Emefiole too was doubling down. If you want to fight me, come outside, let's fight. Well, his job was not done, because when it was done, this is why you are seeing all this drama you are seeing now. So in January, Emefiole returned. And in February, the drama of change of Naira, extension, no extension, and the order, and then finally, when they succumbed. Around that time, the Daura Secret Service under Bokwari, they were pretty much like just watching and watching. When the permutation of the total takeover of the country was completed on the 25th of February, those who kind of participated who participated in the attempt to stop Tifnumbu from doing what he's actually doing right now, they were ready to go after them. But somehow they have to start from somewhere. Emefiole became the first casualty. And what happened? Emefiole was kind of given the feeling that, you know what, you have been forgiven, okay? And then those will know that you represented, it's all right. Remember, under this same Bokwari, Nigeria became the poorest country on earth, with the poorest people on earth. Under that same Bokwari, the economy of Nigeria tumbled, recessed, and never came back. Now, after the devaluation and destruction of Nigeria, which is pretty much like economic terrorism, what that means is that Bokwari and everyone associated with all of the fraud and corruption that they perpetuated, that plunged Nigeria into where Nigeria is right now, should have all been arrested, charged for treason. When they start shaking them, all they stole from you and those who benefited, they will start dropping them. But the intention was not that. The intention was not to prosecute Emefiole for his crime. The intention was to punish him for being a willing tool in the hand of those who tried to stop Tifnumbu from becoming the president of Nigeria. Kind of. Because if they were doing this for your sake, by now they would have arrested hundreds, if not thousands, of people, including current governors, past governors, current senators, past senators, ministers, their families, their friends, Bokwari himself, all of his ministers, Bokwari's wife, Aisha, and their children. They will all be right now, in-law, everybody, thousands of them, like China, they will round them up like that for picking up Emefiole alone, including Dangote. But his job was not done. And like I said, the intention is not actually to punish him for the real crime they committed against you. Under them, millions of you lost your jobs because of their economic policies. Under them, millions of you lost your businesses because of the economic policies. Under them, millions of you today are living in extreme poverty caused by inflation, as well as excessive borrowing that they are not actually committing into anything constructive or productive. Are you following? If they want to punish him, those are the things they will pick him for, or in fact, charge him for. But they want to punish him for being a willing tool in the hand. So, which means this whole show is not to your benefit. And that is why when they picked him, they had to keep him incommunicado. Sure, you get? So that he won't have a chance of possibly, right, saying something that is going to spill the beans. They kept him away for 6 weeks. And finally, despite all this crime perpetuated by Buhari and his family and his government, financed or funded by Emefiole Central Bank, they are charging him for possessing Shakabula, Dane gun, with 25 cartridges. They called it live ammunition, 25 cartridges, and Shakabula. You know all those Dane guns with wood around them like that, Those ones that when you shoot it, bah! You have to wait for it to cool down, before you put the bullet inside again. And then you have to, to load it, you have to wait for it to cool down, like maybe 2 hours. Then you load it and you shoot again. Ah! That's what they are charging the former central bank governor that lost over $300 billion in Nigeria economy in 8 years. Economic crime that saw people committed suicide. They lost everything under these rogues. And according to them, he has a case to answer, except that they came out to say Nashakabula gone. They are charging him for. So when they were asked, why would you charge him after locking him up for 6 weeks? Why would you charge him for, somebody said bayonet. People understand the Shakabula. That's why I described it. That's one of the reasons why, when they say somebody is a thief, they say, no, he's corrupt. No, he's a thief. No, it's not that. He's a corrupt. He's a thief. If you say, Papa, your papa na thief, your mama na thief. No be your mama be that commissioner. We stole so and so. Your mama na thief. Your papa na thief. But you say your mom is also corrupt. It's like you are giving them the fancy names and all that. So where they say bayonets for those who kind of search for it. Shakabula. They are charging him for a crime that is bailable. But they don't want him bailed. According to them, they are still investigating Emefiole. Here you get. But they just need one charge so that the court can allow them to keep him. God bless you, Charade. I wrote tap a school. I wrote and say, speak cool. Dane gone. Don't let them give you any description that make you look like na AK-47 or AK-49 or RPG or something that is so, you know what I mean? Now Shakabula with all those red cartridges. You know those red cartridges with Boris inside them. When you shoot them, they have like 100 balls. Like that. That's the kind of gun. And the weapons they said they found on him. For somebody who ruined, use Nigeria Central Bank to destroy businesses, destroy jobs, destroy lives. And they continue to look for who to blame, excuses. Somebody who, let me say this to you. Since 1960, okay, fast forward. Since 1960, since they talk about, since they started having Nigeria Central Bank printing money in Nigeria, they have something called ways and means. So the ways and means is that, number one, the Central Bank of Nigeria, okay, is the, what do you call it? The apex bank of Nigeria, the one that regulates other banks, is the bank of other banks. Do you get that now? It's the one that set the rules to make sure that things are done legally and people's money is safe. Do you understand? The purpose of central bank is to protect the interest of the people, right? in a way that the capitalists will not take advantage of the people. They set interest rate, they set, all that. Here you get. That's central bank. Now, in central bank as well, also serve as the government bank. Because if government make any trade, locally, internationally, and the rest, this central bank serve as the government's bank, which means it owes a lot of assets on behalf of the government. And when you say government, it means on behalf of the people of Nigeria. So whoever is in that space must be so prudent in a way that if they have the interest of the people at heart, and they are also accountants who understand what ordinary 0.11% in monetary term means in a larger figure. And if that continues, right, what that will mean for the people to bear, kind of share you get. But in Nigeria, once you become governor, okay, the resources of the state becomes your family's inheritance. If you become president, Central Bank of Nigeria become your family's piggy bank. And in this case, those who, it depends on how greedy and selfish whoever is in charge of government, whoever they are, it depends on how greedy they are that will determine how much pressure their greed will mount on the central bank of the country. In the case of Boko Haram family and kleptomaniac family, jobless family, they've never worked in their lives. Do you understand what I mean? Nigeria has been feeding Boko Haram since the day he turned teenager. And to his old age till today, Nigeria still fed him and fed everyone associated with him for years, all his life. Are you with me? So when they came to government, okay, whenever government, for example, whenever the revenue of government comes in, and they realize that, the amounts that we need and the amount that we have, there is some deficits. The Central Bank of Nigeria, amaya government logo. You know what that means? So in that space of, okay, how much remain? Now 2 million remain. Oh, okay, 2 million. Okay, so if we give you the 2 million, when you go pay back, you say, I check our this thing now, check how much we they make now. So we can pay that back in maybe in 2 months from our money. You can work it out for us. So central bank will print or arrange that money and say, yeah, take this 2 million, cover your deficits, so that we'll be taking the money out. Since 1960, since 1960 to 2015, Central Bank in Nigeria has printed 900 billion naira total. Do you understand that? Since 1960 independence, the Central Bank of Nigeria has played that role of when government needs more money, borrow them, take it back, or maybe they no pay back. So from their record, from 1960 to 2015, the total money called ways and means, money printed purposely to borrow government, for over 50 years, Baba, is less than 1 trillion naira. Emefiole, under the family of Boko Haram APC, Egbekegbe, between 2015 and 2023, Emefiole has printed 22.7 trillion naira and gave them to Boko Haram. Do you understand what I mean? In 8 years, this Emefiole, a supposed accountant, or economist, who knows the consequences of that? He did it anyway. And they were covering it. Nigerians, the naira continue to devalue and devalue. Businesses continue to suffer and suffer. And a lot of you were hoping and waiting. Maybe something is going to happen. Maybe something is going to happen, until they were done and you realized that they had nothing to give to you. 22.7 trillion naira in 80 years. Ask them, where is the money? Ask them, what did they do with it? At least they can print money, Abi. That is one serious economic sabotage that requires, if to say the intention is to sort of prosecute Emefiole for his real crime, they would need to arrest Bokwari, arrest Mamandaura, arrest everybody associated with them, including Ashishe Bokwari, Aisha. But instead of that, now because of then gone Shakabula. So when they now went to court, they took him to court for possessing Shakabula without permission, where Asari Dokubo is parading thousands of men and guns. If you go to Asari Armory right now, you will not see less than 1,000 guns. That is just even being moderate. Other weapons and the rest. And they will brandish them anywhere, any day, any time. But because of, according to them, because of Dane gone, they took Emefiole to court. There was no drama. When they got to court, he didn't fight or anything. He went straight inside. Something like this.
Don't go down now. Please, let go.
Get no wahala. Emefiole was led, I think that was his wife. Okay, not sure, maybe DSS too. Those were DSS bringing the former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria to the bank. To the court. And inside the courtroom, when they presented their case, DSS, and they argued their case, the court now said they should move for, his lawyers moved for bail, and the court ruled in their favor and said the bail is set at 20 million naira. 20 million naira. And I bet that was where the DSS felt like, okay, no. You cannot give him bail. You know, DSS is a lawless agency in Nigeria that do the wishes of the corrupt criminals. Okay? Unfortunately. So the argument started inside, well, argument didn't start per se. You know, when they say your bail is set by law, you will have to return, you will be returned to proper prison, not DSS detention anymore, because court has now ruled and set a bail. They don't pay bail to DSS. You pay bail to court and you take it to the prison. So at that time, it was the turn of the commander of prison to take charge and take custody of Emefiole. But Nigeria is a lawless country, ruled by criminals who are completely in their own world, unfortunately. I don't know what happened. Or we don't know what happened. They don't start. Everybody shall run. See me, they go check. They can't drag one old man outside the court. Maybe the judge even ran away from the court. I don't understand. Like this.
I think you be careful. I think you have the right. I'm talking about your right.
I won't kill again. The one you kill, not deny.
What is the problem?
I don't understand.
So they will not.
Somebody Papa dragged out like a tout, or like a common tout. You see that man they dragged out? That's the commander of prison, oh. Commander of prison. And they were fighting who was going to take custody, because in that same court, DSS, they had another arrest warrant of Emefiole. So the news was who was going to take custody of Emefiole following the court rule. That should be the prison service. So the correctional service would then actually release him when he fulfills all the bails. So if DSS want to arrest him on another charges or another thing, then they will have to kind of follow that process. But no, so DSS was already with another arrest warrant of Emefiole inside that same court. Then the prison service was like, no, we need to follow the court rule. We need to shake that first video not clear enough. Watch this one.
Illegal. As you can see, that's the commander of
This is what the DSS has done.
See what DSS has done Nigeria to. See what DSS has done Nigeria to. See what DSS has done Nigeria to. See them.
This is what DSS has turned the country into. DSS, shame on you. Shame on DSS. Shame on DSS. Shame on DSS.
As you can see, there's an heated argument between men of the Nigerian Correctional Service who the court has asked to take possession of the suspended CBN Mr. Godwin. But the DSS are adamant and into their hands. They are insisting not to take into consideration and not to take into order the court's judgments. They've been present since the arrangement process of the self-suspended CBN.
I told you that one better, Abi. Somebody said they dragged him out like a Christmas goat. Another said that they dragged him out like a wedding cow. Kilo D. Somebody Papa is doing his job. But you are dealing with lawless DSS that is doing the bidding of another powerful people or some powerful people. So when they went back inside and they finally told him, respect yourself, we'll go beat you again. So I think the man just felt like, boys, don't worry. Let them take him. I don't want fight today, kind of. So Emefiole had to follow them back in the same truck. They brought him to court in, like this one.
They are giving you presidential treatment.
That's the one.
See all your security. I follow the president.
Again, that went well. It wasn't him that they kind of beat up or drag and, like that. But did you hear where somebody was saying they are giving him presidential treatment? Nigerians. So they are Emefiole's supporters, possibly, Abi. Kind of, right? It was like, oh yeah, follow the president. See them, they are treating you like president. It was like, is that former president, former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria? That's exactly what they wanted to do to him. Rubbish him, do all of that. Afterward, discard him. But everything that happened, all your money, everything, and those who are involved, you will never know about that. Somebody actually saw that as a presidential treatment. That's sick. Hear that again.
They are giving you presidential treatment.
Stop this thing you are doing. What is your problem now?
I follow the president.
I said, they are treating you like a president. Oh yeah, follow the president. See all your security. You'll see all your security and all that. I don't know, like, But, just like I said, whether you are kind of calling it karma, this or that, when you look it around, it is just a theatrical show. None of this is to your benefit. Just this past May, 22nd of May, 2023, Emefiole put the cap on the fraud that Bokwari perpetuated against Nigeria, the economic terrorism, sabotage that they unleashed on you, Nigerians. He sealed it up on the 22nd of May, 2023, when they all went to go and celebrate the quota system billionaire, Dangote. And they did tell you, this is why I want to share this with you. Back then, as the finality of the fraud, they told Nigerians that their day of joy is so close, that very soon they will appreciate Bokwari and the kind of investments he has made on their behalf. Dangote refinery was going to crash the price of petrol in Nigeria, was going to crash dollars in Nigeria, and was going to make Naira the strongest currency in Africa, and was going to generate 12,000 megawatts of electricity. It was going to create over 400,000 jobs, and it was going to add 23 billion US dollars to Nigeria economy every year. All of this, fabu, fabu. They did not tell Nigerians how much of Nigeria money they gave to the quota system billionaire, Dangote, to build the refinery that Nigeria can never build because Nigeria is just too small and too poor to build the refinery. But Dangote, the quota system billionaire, could build one. They won't tell you how much, but there is already a rough figure. Dangote won't build refinery to build the economy of Nigeria destroyed by central bank, by Bokwari and Emefiole and their team. So they gave him $12 billion. They facilitated the money and gave it to him. Okay? Now, the same Emefiole, who knows the condition that the economic condition of Nigeria was given a red carpet in May 2023, just about 7 days before the end of the disastrous Bokwari APC, Egbekegbe's 8 years. This criminal, Emefiole, was given a red carpet. It wasn't just him. Even Bokwari, I'm coming.
Cameraman.
No. That will not work. You are supposed to get a plan like this. Don't worry. It's open, sir. It's open. Ah, okay. Exactly. One of them. Come in, sir.
So that was in May. Somebody was asking, what are the sins of Emefiole? You know, some questions can actually, some questions can get you kind of, slapped sometimes, and they'll tell you sorry later. Sorry, it was just the way you ask it. So you are expecting somebody to explain the sins of Emefiole to you. Do you know the only thing that is just not right is what I have explained to you? Everything Emefiole did was done by Bokwari. So if they are actually really punishing him because of his crimes, they will pick up the person that gave him the approval and those who benefit from it, including Bokwari's family. That's the only thing that is not right. Why are you asking dumb questions? What are the sins of Emefiole? Who are you? You know that kind of thing that you just ask. So you want me to now sit you down like a 5-year-old and start explaining the sins of Emefiole to you? And others will be like, what is he Emefiole alone that is stealing? Is he the only person that will first steal? So what is big deal about that? We know your type. There's no point in arguing with you. If you are new on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, it's okay. But we know your type. We know that Nigerians, they love their thieves differently. And the competition of my own thief is better than your thief. It's not new. So don't come here and start asking dumb and stupid questions that will make it look like, what I'm trying to say is that, what about this, what about that? Don't ask us that, okay? We know you love your thieves differently. Some of you love them because they come from your tribe. Some of you love them because they come from your religion. Some of you love them because you have benefited directly from them. A lot of you have different reasons why you love your thieves. Oh, it's okay. Don't come and ask us here to be explaining the sins of Emefiole to you. Like, like a tata, dodoyo, that probably have a, comprehension problem, right? Don't do that, okay? This guy, after mortgaging and then, mortgaging the future generation in Nigeria, 7 days to the end of that inglorious era, this guy boldly told Nigerians that Dangote refinery was going to start working in July. And the whole thing, that ship that people are facing right now, everything will begin to go down. We didn't know that the reason, because some people are asking, what did they actually go and commission? When they went to go and commission, when Bokwari went there to go and cut tape for Dangote refinery. So the same Dangote refineries now, refinery now, that will produce no single oil, all right, until, according to them, until the end of 2025. So what exactly did Bokwari go there to commission? Do you know? Emefiole now came out and said that from the money they borrowed Dangote, he has paid back 70% of the money, even without producing a single liter of kerosene. How? Economic sabotage. When the naira is what it is today, For those asking, what are the sins of Emefiole? This is one of them, in case if you don't know.
And we insisted that under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari, that the ongoing project and efforts will be actively implemented to diversify the economy and make the country globally competitive. They still doubted us. Aside from enumerating our strategic efforts in agriculture and other critical sectors, a selling project that we highlighted to our foreign investor community was this project, the refinery. Your Excellencies, they doubted us. They doubted our willpower to succeed with this project. In hindsight, Your Excellency, I could appreciate their skepticism because they do not understand how a single individual, a man like Dangote, could build a refinery capable of serving an entire nation and continent. To them, our foreign friends, projects of this magnitude are usually only undertaken by sovereigns, not individuals. But like Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it is done. Today, Your Excellencies, it is with extreme delight that I say that President Mandela's quote has come true for us in Nigeria. The impossible has today become possible. I am glad that we never doubted ourselves as Nigerians and our capabilities. Under your leadership, President, this seemingly unattainable project has birthed and correspondingly, under the incoming administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria will cease the importing petroleum products, fertilizer, and petrochemical that drained over $26 billion in foreign exchange in 2022. The self-sufficiency in refined petroleum, urea, and polypropylene, which Nigeria has attained with this project, is a strong testament to our leadership, dedication, and focus and commitment. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the takeoff of this refinery comes with numerous economic benefits to Nigeria. In the first instance, it will generate thousands of direct jobs of over 135,000 permanent jobs. I'm also proud to state that electricity of about 12,000 megawatts of electricity will also be generated. More importantly, this project avails Nigeria with significant savings, both in terms of foreign exchange and in easing the fiscal burden of our federal government. Available data at Central Bank of Nigeria as of 2014 shows that at least 30% of the foreign exchange required to meet Nigeria's import needs went into the importation of refined petroleum products. It is instructive to note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that according to the balance of payment statistics, the cost, including the freight, of petroleum products imports into Nigeria doubled over a 5-year period from about $8.4 billion in 2017 to $16.2 billion, including an annual average of $11 billion, before rising further to $23.3 billion at the end of 2022. At this rate, the average annual cost of petroleum products import to Nigeria could reach $30 billion by 2027 if we continue to rely on petroleum imports. These figures, Your Excellencies, suggest that the refinery could engender foreign exchange savings to our country of between $25 and $13 billion annually. Aside from the nearly $30 billion foreign exchange savings from the reduction in petroleum products, the economy is projected to benefit an extra $10 billion of foreign exchange inflow annually through the export of refined products. This project will equally provide support to our federal government in its fiscal operation, as it could help to ease budget constraints of funding, petroleum subsidy, and Nigeria fiscal savings. Your Excellencies, Dangote Refinery is a blessing to Nigeria and Africa as a whole, given the favorable spillovers from this project are able to expected to spread from Nigeria to other parts of the world. It is in this regard, Your Excellencies, and consistent with federal government drive to diversify the economy, that the Central Bank of Nigeria, through its various development finance intervention, has continued to support critical sectors of our economy to promote a homegrown rebalancing of our economy and foremost self-sufficiency. For instance, in the last 7 years, the CBN has injected over 8 trillion naira to support in different sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, health, education, just to mention a few.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt.
I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
We will.
Lórí irọ́. All of that in mail. For those of you who listen to those buzzwords and all those nonsense he said, now the good news is that they lied to you. He lied to you. Okay? He lied. Dangote refinery will not be ready again until the end of 2025. And what they actually went to do at Dangote refinery, that they called opening of Dangote refinery, that a lot of you, Lagos Abobakus, Nigerians, Buharidins, Buhari Didirins, Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Dijatus, Buhari Shuku, Ngozi Hari, Nneka Hari, what do you call the humbled slaves, the sophisticated moral, and the rest of you, what you saw them celebrate at Dangote refinery was not opening of refinery. It was signing off the loan license to import fuel into Nigeria and sell at any any price he wants. And that is Dangote. That's what they went to sign. It got busted, of course, it got busted. They didn't open a new refinery for you. And Emefiole, if they are to kind of really charge him, guys, Bokwari will be in handcuffs right now. Aisha Bokwari and Bokwari, in order not to waste handcuffs, then go handcuff Buhari here. Then go handcuff Chinamaman Daura on the left. So no, so they go come join the handcuff where they this right hand. They go join her with Aisha on. So the one where they this left, they go join her with Maman Daura. That one where they Maman Daura and they go join her with Malamu. The one where they Malamu hand, they go join her with Isa Pandemic. So you see when they come back to Aisha here, you see that right hand of Aisha, Nashadia left hand, they go handcuff with. Of course, if they are actually prosecuting Emefiole for his crime, but they are not. They are just showing you theater. They are just showing you this. And in another few months or 1 or 2 years, you will probably forget about it. You won't even know that they once arrested Emefiole for terrorism. Because of Emefiole, they have been staging different dramas in Delta states, IPOB this, IPOB that, in Delta states, so as to say Emefiole has been funding IPOB. They already sold that narrative into the media, only for them to come back and charge him for owning a Dane gun. Now, when they dragged the prison official, for those who were there, okay, especially his lawyer, he had this to say. First, his lawyer.
Today, Emefiole has had his day in court. He was arraigned today, this morning, and he has been granted bail graciously by his lordship. They arraigned him on a 2-count charge, very ridiculous charge, bordering on illegal possession of firearm. Gentlemen of the press, if you know the firearm that we are talking about, it is the kind of gun that the likes of Christopher Columbus and Mungo Park used during their days. This is the kind of gun that the SSS exhibited in their proof of evidence. This is how low that organization has turned itself to be. Ladies and gentlemen, but the good news is that Godwin Emefiole has been granted bail by the court on very liberal terms. Very liberal terms, and as we speak today, he's about to perfect the bail conditions. But we are hearing from the grapevine, and this is the reason why we have come to address you, members of the press, because we know what you stand for. The DSS, in fact, let me also add that the court gave an order again to say that Emefiole should be remanded pending when he perfects his bail, should be remanded in the prison, correctional center. But this one would have expected that, having had that order of court, the DSS would vacate this place with immediate effect. But as you can see behind me, they are there, they are hooded. I do not know why they will be hooded to intimidate Nigerians. We refuse to be intimidated. Gentlemen of the press, this is why you are here. Ours is to talk. Our voices can no longer be the low cry in the wilderness. There comes a time in life when silence is no longer gold.
So terrible, right? I've got that my audio delay issue there, and I just keep doing like that in front of you. Like, Maiyegun, you are not talking. The audio, I know. It does that, and I think once we start getting to over an hour, and I am actually suspecting the streaming software acting up around that time. All right, so we'll see to that. Okay, sorry about that. Now that was his lawyer, right? Talking about this is unacceptable. That is if you are in a very kind of real place. Nigeria is not real. Are you with me? Nigeria is not real. And you cannot try to sort of be logic with something that is not real. Okay? The characters in charge of Nigeria, they don't seem to be real people. Because I mean, I don't know. To me, you can't apply anything that really will work on them because they are not real. Okay, maybe I should stop saying they are not real. It's so unreal. Most of these things, right? Now, this guy was talking about it too. This one.
It is unfortunate that this is happening in Nigeria, a democratic nation, a nation that is blessed with people with integrity. I remember very well when I was in secondary school, the Nadeco period. I knew how the current president fought the military through Nadeco. He fought tooth and nail. He fought the military, telling the military to obey the rules and regulations of the law, the constitutional law. Here we are today. 3 courts have said release him on bail. He's not running away, for God's sake. He has served this nation for 9 years. Where is he going to go to? All his life is in Nigeria here. And you can imagine a situation where 2 military, federal government military apparatus are fighting themselves, manhandling the commander of the prison commission. It is a disgrace to this nation. It is a complete disgrace.
You know, it's a very, very complete disgrace, sir. You are right. These people are disgrace. I've been in Nigeria has become a disgrace, a disappointment. Anyway, thank God that there was no life lost. Because after the whole beating, punching, kicking, the commander told his boys, let us go, let us go. All of you follow me. Honestly, I bet the commander would just be, when he got into his car, would just be like, like if he's sitting there with another deputy commander, would just be like, man, I'll make sure they regret it. For example, if that person is from Ijebu, if Nami them beat like that, after getting into that vehicle, I'll just be like, in my life, I will show them that I'm from Ijebu. Kind of, that kind of thing. You'll be talking to yourself like, Kinimoshi, what did I do? Did you see how that guy slapped me? Did you see how they dragged me? Did you see how they, on top waiting I do? It will be that person in the car that will just be like, it's okay, or guy, it's okay. Or guy, it's okay. One connect, one watch you. Or guy, it's okay. The kind of thing, like, I'm just giving you a scenario here. Odin, the commander of prison, then beat them like this. See them with hood, covering their face and all that. Corona no deal that they wear mask. Nose mask. So imagine that guy that walked into his car. It will just be like, what do I do? What do I do? Well, being deputy commander. Did you not hear the judge? Did the judge not say that he should follow us? Oga, he said it, Oga. He said it. The judge said that the prison should take him. So what did I do wrong? Oh, you know me. Look at me. I'm not the one that is say, Oga, God go punish them for us. Let's go. Kind of. Oga controller, Abi commander. If you are watching MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I'm not mocking you. I'm just trying to paint a scenario for my audience, for them to see how degenerated the system you are operating in has become, and now everybody be victim. There's something people don't understand about the rot in Nigeria. Now everybody be victim. Sure, you get. Whether you are a policeman with the way they carry gun, you are also victim. Whether you are a judge that is sentencing people to prison or anything, you are also a victim. You will be victim inside that same place. Unfortunately. But according to Kolu, you haven't seen Shege yet. Now, baby step, what they call the baby step, is what you are still witnessing. The economy destroyed by Bokuwari, and the one that is about to be buried by Tifnumbu. They removed Emefiole, and they nominated somebody. They called him acting central bank governor. Hello, that has been over a month now. Do you even know his? I don't even know his name anymore, but I remember his face. So if Emefiole is already in detention and they have already nominated another person, what are the policies that one has pushed in the last 1 month, and how far have they affected your lives? Don't pretend that you don't know the answer. You may not know his name, but I can tell you some of the policies of the central bank key that they have also announced, and it is already working, tightening the rope in your neck like that. And that's how they will say, you have seen shege to you, or you go see shege to you. Part of the policy is that they said they want to have a unified exchange rate. Therefore, market force will determine how much you'll be exchanging forex. Since they made the announcement, it can't be like, say, dollar, euro, pounds, that they do relay. Who go reach 1,500 first? For now, a pound sterling will be changed for 1,100 naira. Remember, before they came in, before they removed the Emefiole, and then they announced this, they are unified, they don't want a black market, so that you're not going to go to black market and, there's no black market. There's only one thing. They play, exchange rate was about 910 naira for a pound sterling. Maybe 700 naira or 600 and how much? 80 naira to a dollar. In 1 month, you hear me? Pound sterling don't turn to 1,100 naira to 1 pound. 1 pound. If I give you 1,000, if I give you 1,000 pound sterling right now, that's 1.1 million naira. So I'll be a millionaire. That's what they have done to you. Ruin that. But the end result, now everything else you have to, your everyday living, all that, they all fall back on it. I don't know if I should still go back and start explaining how this affects you. But you should already know that by now. Here you get. So euro don't cross, what is euro again? Hey, euro don't cross 1,002. Not 1,200 though. I'm like, it's now hovering between 980, 1,005 naira, 1,010 naira. Here you get. Euro niel. While dollar is also trying to get to 900 and say, they follow you. I know they, all of this policy of unification and all the nonsense they use in telling you all the lies, and you believed them. Here you get. So that's part of the policy. And I don't know if, when Kolu was asked, he said, these are baby steps. Mommy, these are baby steps you will need to manage. Okay? They do baby step. All these things now baby step. Oh. They said that when Kolu said he will hit the ground running. For now, let me tell you something. In February, Sanwo-Iku, in one of the headlines, then said, Tinubu has the magic wand to fix Nigeria. Go and search for that on Google. You'll see the headline. And you'll see the whole article. Tinubu has the magic wand. Yesterday, Oshiomhole, who is now Senator Oshiomhole, said Tinubu is not a magician. So, hitting the ground running from day one, he said, what will you do in your first 100 days in office? Tinubu said, day one, the first day, hit the ground running. Second day, continue running. Third day, still running. I'm going to continue to run. Now, today, nobody is seeing Kolu. He can't run. So it was like, hey, I was now play at the play. Mommy, now baby walk. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba.
Gbogbo Nigeria, ọmọ Nigeria káàárọ̀ o. Ṣé dáadáa la jí o. A kú ọjọ́ òní o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìjọba yìí o? Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o? Ara ni wá, ebi ń pa wá o. Owó epo kò ṣe ká lè jáde mọ́, gbogbo wa ti fẹ́ di handicap sínú ilé o. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba tó ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ ń jọ Monday Friday náà ń wọlé, kò sépo, kò sọ́nà, kò sí nǹkan kan, kò sí ná. Wọ́n dẹ̀ níjọba yìí máa tù wá lára. Ẹjọ́ ara tí ni wá ṣáfẹ́ máa jà àwọn ọmọ wa ni àbá fẹ́ máa jára wa ni. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Epo rice as at now rice ti 39,000 naira. Spag ò ṣe fọwọ́ kàn. Gàrí ò ṣe é ra. Ẹjọ́ o, ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa o. ẹ ṣàánú wa ìjọba Nàìjíríà, ẹ ṣàánú wa, ebi ń pa wá, ìyà tí ń jẹ wá, ara ni wá, ara ni wá tó bá lè ju ẹpín wa kó lóra kó máa bá tiẹ̀.
Nigeria will see positive changes as we move along.
Gbogbo Nàìjíríà, ọmọ Nàìjíríà ẹ káàárọ̀ o, ṣé dáadáa la jí o, a kú ọjọ́ òní o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìjọba yìí o, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o, ara ni wá, ebi ń pa wá o, owó epo kò ṣe ká lè jáde mọ́, gbogbo wa ti fẹ́ di handicap sínú ilé o, àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba tó ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ ń jọ Monday Friday náà ń wọlé, kò sépo, kò sọ́nà, kò sí nǹkan kan, kò sí ná. Wọ́n dẹ̀ níjọba yìí máa tù wá lára, ẹjọ́ ara tí ń ni wá, ṣáfẹ́ máa jà àwọn ọmọ wa ni àbá fẹ́ máa jára wa ni, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ epo rice as at now rice ti 39,000 naira, spag ò ṣe é fọwọ́ kàn, gàrí ò ṣe é ra, ẹjọ́ o, ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa o, ẹ ṣàánú wa ìjọba Nàìjíríà, ẹ ṣàánú wa, ebi ń pa wá, ìyà tí ń jẹ wá, ara ni wá tó bá lè ju ẹpín wa kó lóra kó máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ, ẹpín wa.
Nigeria will see positive changes as we move along. Just go through these baby steps of pain. Baby step of pain. Me too, I'm taking baby steps as the president. Not marching in a hurry. Be ready. Nigeria will see positive.
Kolu, you need to move along with Kolu. You will see change. For now, you will first see Shege. So, have you seen Shege again? Shagainst you. All you are seeing right now is that Kolu is not in a hurry. Go complain, you make any sense, see Kolu. All this lamentation, if you like, make una dey weep blood. Now, baby step you dey take. Baby step. You know when you have to teach adults to understand that for those of you who brought this upon yourself, no they act say you are surprised. Why did he say that? Ogbeni, they said he didn't promise you anything. Oshiomole said, Tifnumbu did not promise you anything. So, you will still see better, you are still going to enjoy. Shebi no be soap. Bokwari told you. 8 years. Bokwari told you that all your sacrifices, next year, it go better. By 2017, all of these things that Bokwari is saving, 1.4 trillion naira saved from subsidy, 100 trillion naira generated by custom. This is the change you voted for. You dey suffer, you dey smile, because you are expecting them that you are sacrificing. One day you go enjoy. Suffer for what? Me enjoy for heaven. Suffer for what? You go suffer here. APC, they promise you enjoyment. You they believe them. 8 years, no teach you anything. Baba, now shege you still they see. Share you get. You see that way they wait for, Now bansa, because with the body language of Kolu, is not in a hurry. Now baby work, you see, all of you now see they do baby work right now. You see all this shege, your shege, they do baby work. Exactly, that's the point. Your shege is doing baby work. It depends on how much you are affected right now. By the time your shege start walking and your shege start running, Baba, I die you. Die in here. I'm not trying to scare you. Share you get. I don't know what you are going through right now. All of us are going through a lot. I don't lie you. If you talk to 2 people or 3 people here now, they will tell you. They know the pick phone number. We start with +234 anymore. Even if the person know the Nigeria anymore, they know they pick the call. Everybody is feeling it. So whatever it is that all of us are facing right now, this one has nothing to do with you are just you just don't like them. You just Baba, we'll tell ourselves the truth. Oh. Whatever you are facing right now, Now, baby walk you. By the time this Shege finally learn how to walk, when the rest of the Alibaba and 40 thieves arrive, sure you know that the constitution says he has to appoint ministers from all over the states in Nigeria and Abuja, making it 37. Sure you know that. And he can appoint up to 70 to 80 ministers. All those ones, once they appoint them, Alibaba and 80 thieves. Alaye me explain it well. I don't know how to explain them to you. If whatever you are going through right now, baby walk, when these other thieves arrive, when they take their space, and then they also dig their own straw on you, because they suck you. Hey, I die you. That's scary, isn't it? Like, imagining it is kind of scary. Imagine right now that you are working, very hard working person. You are earning 150,000 naira. Baba, 150,000 naira. Right before your very eyes. That 150,000 naira once make you feel like, where did it happen? If you jam anyone selling egg and you break any crate of egg, you can easily just dip your hand in your pocket and bring out your own card and just do contactless. Bas. How much is the egg? Don't man, look at how you just how much is the egg? So everything is 800 naira, sir. So why are you crying? You punch 1,000 naira there. You have contactless. Say, you move. Now you they earn 150,000 naira. You see they do side hustle. They say, Baba, how you they go for this economy? Say, Baba, now side hustle. Nobody can survive on one income anymore in Nigeria. Hey, Baba, show me the way. Now online Bambi Allah. But it's kind of a big boy's work, okay? You go online, you open fake accounts in your name, and you start telling them about your family that is about to die of cancer and the rest of them. And that's side hustle. And they make money on sometimes. They make extra 100,000 sometimes in a month if markets come very well. Really? So you are doing side hustle begging because you feel poor now. 150,000 naira makes you even poorer now. Right before your very eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, just imagine if that situation now kind of extended to the point whereby you have to feel this hardship times 10. When everybody bring their host, and these criminals who they use straw. Now host. You know when you have somebody say, okay, come on, join, and they bring their own straw to your cup. Thank you. Oh, you're so amazing. Another one brings straw. Say, oh, that's so delicious. Thank you. Where did you get it? I'm gonna probably buy for all of us. You know that kind of thing. This one, they do that one though. Now host. They know they take permission though. They go drill them inside. Whatever is left right now that you are seeing, or whatever is still gonna come on, when they start, it could be like, say, when termites, they chop dead body, corpse that is on the ground like that, and termite just, you don't see that one before? Go on to the National Geo, where termite, they chop insect, where they chop animal. They'll come like, by the time they spend like about 15 minutes or 1 hour, now skeleton, you go see there. That's who these guys are. They scrape everything. If they can't find anything, they begin to, people will rob dead people. You know what is called, you know what they call dormant accounts? Dormant accounts are the accounts that people probably who are dead don't use them anymore. These guys borrow money from everybody. They borrowed money from living people, the living bank, dead businesses, living businesses. They saw that there are so much money inside the dormant account, dead people's account. They started putting together a law that says they can take the money. Kilowatt our next of kin. What about their family? No, by law, the government can, because the money is just everyone won't worry. You will still steal from the poor, from dead people. So whatever it is you are seeing right now, the other thieves haven't arrived though. Sure you get. So now baby walk. So they asked him, they said, but Bokwari signed law. And that law says that whoever becomes the president of Nigeria, and they have been sworn in and be president. From that May 29, they have 2 months to announce their ministers. To announce minister. somebody will be strategist, somebody will don't make so many people, and the rest of that who are going to change Nigeria. Baba sorry, the Olusho once, you know what I mean? The shepherd of the lunatics, because I don't want to ascribe that to any religion anyway. But the shepherd of the lunatics we talk about, one blind man, crippled and at the same time demented, leading the flock of blind people. Kolu, he need to consult the oracle. He is an ancestor himself, kind of. To appoint minister right now, Kolu he's told everybody, this is true. I'm not trying to be funny now. This is true. I'm just saying it nicely, okay? What I'm saying to you right now is true. So that you can stop laughing. Kolu need to select his ministers. And he doesn't want to see anybody. He wants to go into seclusion, isolation, and consult with the gods before Friday. But you know what is disappointing? Very disappointing. Now, the same criminals we me and you know very well. Now, in the oracle go give them. When they announce the name, now your regular thieves, you go see there. Promotion to come and chop again. Abi, you are expecting anything different? You must be whiny. The only thing you will never see, well, you couldn't tell, you don't really need to have military background to be appointed into defense or security positions. If you don't believe me, look at Terry Badu. According to them, they say anybody who won't be NSA, you must have a military background, a former general, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Now, Maja Ribadu. They come make NSA right now. They say, but he's Ribadu, he's EFCC, he's a police officer. Maja Ribadu is the NSA right now. Don't be surprised if Alhaji Asari Dokubo become your defense minister. Emi Oniwa surprised though. I'm not sure about you. Or how ridiculous can it be? Or can it get? How more ridiculous can it get? Be honest. So who do you think the oracles are going to tell this ancestor that is going to go and make a consultation? He won't see anybody for 3 days. I don't want to see anybody for 3 days. When I come out of the shrine, I will come out with the names of those who are going to wreck and bury Nigeria, not those who are going to change Nigeria. If you are banking on that, good luck to that. With that. He will come back and announce the same rogues that you know, jihadists that you know, criminals that you do know, and they will do you same thing. If not, no, they won't do you same. If they do the same thing, it's going to look like double of what Bokwari did for you. They will do you different thing. They will do you shege, and the shege will have bansa, and every other adjective that will follow it. I am not wishing you bad. I only wish you what you wish yourselves. I've told you many times. Pointing fingers or trying to make somebody feel like somebody is trying to... No, I'm not mocking you. I wish you what you wish yourself. Don't turn around and begin to look for those who are going to... why are you talking? No. We need to pray for Nigeria. When you want people, we won't take prayer. We want them to pray for Nigeria. Go for those where they take and do contract. If you go to Orioke Kosheunti, I think that one is Orioke Olonkole in Ekiti. I don't know where that is, but I do hear them on radio. Orioke Kosheunti, where nothing is impossible. You will see those who are there, prayer warriors. They will help you pray for Nigeria. You wish yourself, you get what you wish for yourself. Don't turn around and begin to ask everybody to come and pray for what you wish for to change. So I'm telling you that whatever you are witnessing right now, now baby walk according to Kolu. And by the time he come out on Friday and give you the name of his ministers, my advice, you get, just do one thing. Anything, whatever situation you find yourself, after these thieves come on board, any situation where you find yourself, my brother, I know it's tough, just make sure say you shop. Now, this is not funny. It go hard, it go tough. But whatever it is, just make sure say you shop. Even if not once or twice. Anywhere where you see them, no they do kind of younger or of you chop. Situation go tough, hard. But if your situation get to a stage where you say, you know, if you chop again, Baba, I wish you well. Now, talking about Alhaji Asari, The other day, a lot of us reacted that what the hell is going on in Nigeria? Eh? Wait, you. The president of Nigeria has an army led by this man, Alhaji Asari. Okay. This is going to be a long show, right? So Alhaji Asari displayed his army. And it seems that we are not the only people who were worried or concerned. Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, I think he also reacted like, no, this is crazy, man. That we will need the military to provide some security for us in Rivers State and protect us from the likes of Asari Dokubo. When Asari Yeram, I don't know if you have seen it all, but I'll show you. When Asari heard that, he called his boys to tell them how powerful they are and connected they are. And who the hell is governor of Rivers State? Where Alhaji Asari dey? Like some of you don't even know what's in day. So he ain't gonna tell you by himself. Alhaji Asari responded to Fubara.
We no look for in trouble or make himself we no look for our trouble because if he look for our trouble, he go. If he look for our trouble, he go do what? Under the constitution of Nigeria, whether he be governor or he be anything, we equal to him. He no be anybody. He's just an ordinary citizen like Dr. Sare. He's a nobody. He no even rich human being because he be a woman. Same. If they when Nnamdi Kanu put 100 million bounty for a Oga head. Is a poor one here so we can head. That I know get mouth to talk. Because since he said we know they look for trouble. But if Yanga they sleep, trouble come wake up. He go collect. If you do anyhow, you do anyhow, you do anyhow. Go around will be a shite place. Because he not look for somebody trouble, he dey on their own. He dey even help. He say make we no help. He dey talk because the Enrique election put am somewhere. Oh my but I'm just Wetin would you say? Election, we declare say Nigerian people they do election. We not gonna like make any Nigerian man die because of Nigerian people election. We have the capacity to turn Rivers State upside down. But we did not do it. The rig election, it's in government house. The person where they beat that drum with her, making the wood where they beat drum. The stick where they got big drum. Sometimes they break. He beat the sticks.
Now leave out all other jibes, okay? Did you pick all those direct threats that I actually made again in that video? He said, if Simfubara tried to touch them, Boko Haram will be a child's play. Did you hear that? Did you also hear when he said they rigged the election to put him there? He should day in day, like he should stay on his own. That we have the capacity to turn Rivers State upside down. That's what he said. I hope you will remember that anyway in your own in your memory when you are writing everything you know about Nigeria. Remember that part, okay? As some people are very powerful, non-state actors that are very powerful. All you need to do is to just describe how much damages you can cause, and call will put you on contract. And around that time, you probably will become untouchable. And when they need you, somehow, they need to sacrifice you too. Don't forget that too. They won't need any permission. You just call and then boom, you're gone. Okay. Talking about boom and gone like that, people who could do anything and they, nothing will happen. It's not just the government that has that. In northern Nigeria, where religion is like a license to kill, mob who defend they defend Allah. All right. But when it comes to their own problems, they leave that for Allah to fix for them. Just a few days ago, they were after Davido. Do you know Davido eventually deleted that video? Yeah, he did. He deleted it. They said it was kind of insulting to Islam. Okay. And he needed to delete that. So he did. The following day, this same jihadists who have succeeded in telling their children, right? Children, that it is all right, okay, to be very violent and then sort of homicidal, murderous in the name of religion. So they do this in front of them. That's how they indoctrinate them. A lot of them don't even know what's going on, but it's, it is expected of them to participate in it because if it is to defend Allah. So yesterday, somebody called in children in Maiduguri, and he brought Davido's banner, a kind of a sign that this is Davido, okay? You have been rejected in northern Nigeria, and by so doing, we are burning. They set Davido's banner up in front of children. I mean, like usual, when you remember those who killed Deborah, some of them are children who hauled those stones and killed her. But Davido is kind of a big guy. They can't touch him except if they send a suicide bomber. Okay? So what did they do? This.
Davido, Allah ya tsine ma albarka Davido. Davido ba mu da abin da yafi sallah. Davido yanda ka wulakanta sallah Allah ya wulakanta ka Davido. Davido muna kira da ka sauke wannan biyin da ka dora a shafukanka na sada zumunta. Davido kwana bi kenan. Davido Allah ya tsine ma albarka Davido. Davido ba mu da abin da yafi sallah. Davido yanda ka wulakanta sallah Allah ya wulakanta ka Davido. Davido muna kira.
That's like somebody cursing him and saying that he must apologize. He has to apologize to them before they can, or they will ask for something else. But there is something I'm going to tell you all that you should know. That you see those who love to push the idea that it is kind of okay, right, to violently attack anybody that you feel somehow offended your religion, Islam. They make it look like it's like, those who kind of associate that, they make it look like it's all right. Violence. But it's not actually about the religion. It is about dominance. It's about dominance. We will dominate you. You will do what we want you to do. If you fail to do what we want you to do, we will violently correct you. And even if we have to kill you to prove it to others that you have to do what we want you to do, don't question us. Do it. So for years, they succeeded in making you believe that they have so much violence, right? And don't provoke them. You too, don't provoke them. You know that in northern Nigeria, they are so serious about this thing. You know that technical. So we indulged them. But it wasn't about the religion. It's simply about dominance, a nature that is that of especially the Fulanis from northern Nigeria. Dominance. So rather than to say, if you don't accept our way of life, we will kill you. They will say, if you don't accept the Islamic way of life, we have the right to kill you. So Islamic way of life is their own barbaric way of life. that they put behind religion. Dominance. Oh yeah, get out of there. Sorry. Sammy, okay. Then you get out. Come here. Who told you to stand there before? No, I thought I could. Oh yeah, say sorry for standing there. Say sorry. Say, but I've left the place now. I've left the place. What do you mean you have left the place? Do you want me to attack you? Do you want me to punch you? I said, say sorry. Then because you don't want the violence, you say, okay, sorry. Sorry. Say, come back here. That's not how to say sorry. You have to say the sorry and kneel down. Say, oh yeah, sorry, kneel down. And you're like, no. Oh, you want me to attack you? So are you trying, you know what I mean? Like violence all the time. Dominance. You know what I mean? It's not about that Islamic worldview. These guys have that as their way. But they've made you believe that it is the Islamic way. Right? See, I know be Arab. Whatever you know about Islam with the Arabs and every other thing you know, you've seen that. I am talking about Nigeria now. I know be Arab. If one weary is going to unleash terror on me because of his way of life that is also associating with the Arab way of life, and they call it a religion, I will have to treat him as a proper African like myself there, not as an Arab with his religion. Do you understand that? Because I know behind all those Allahu Akbar, that these murderers are saying is dominance of, when I say this, you obey. Because if you disobey, you are disobeying Islam. You are disobeying Muhammad. You are disobeying Allah. What the hell? You should begin to see through that. Dominance. A lot of people are saying that Davido is going to apologize. Davido is also the trust fund child. You know that? Davido is a trust fund baby. So which means, for the sake of the survival of the establishment, if he has to say sorry to them, he will come back and the rest of you, you shouldn't say sorry. Don't ever say sorry. If they want him to go and say sorry, he will go and say the sorry again. You know, it may not be him, but as a trust fund, what have you, no, he's a big boy. Oh. He has his money too as well, but he's also a trust fund guy. So which means there are some certain elite privilege or privileges that he has known himself, which means his own word is not completely my own word and your word. Let's be fair. So he deleted the video. Then they started burning his image in Maiduguri. Can we all be honest? She Islam allow you to be listening to, if that your Islam is that of them in northern Nigeria, the one that is Sharia this, Sharia that, she, let us be honest, she, your Sharia allow you to download Wizkid music, your Sharia allow you to download all of these songs, see, are you not mad like this? So suddenly you join the mob. Is attacking our Kiniko. Now, so one madman, one of them, one mad. You remember that one that came out and said, those they kidnapped on Kaduna Abuja train last year, that his brother was one of them. After attacking the Igbos, calling them cows, that cows are more valuable, cows have more rights in Nigeria than Igbos, and all those nonsense, he kind of, you know, he posted on social media. This guy came back and said, they kidnapped his brother was one of those people being beaten by those terrorists last year. So people should please help him. And so some of these guys, so Igbos, everybody, obedient, all of them started putting money together. They gave this guy money. A lot of people were coming, let us be human. We are all, you know, don't look into everything he said. Let us, maybe he has repented. When he collected the money. This one didn't take long. 2 weeks after that, he bought himself another car. He bought himself a car. When people now started saying that, where's that your brother? What is even that your brother's name? What is his image? Blah, 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 blah. He started saying, man, look at all this Igbos, this. He went back on them full time. A lot of them who gave him money. They started feeling like, you know, they started feeling so foolish or stupid. To the point that somebody have to come out and say, I only gave him money because I knew that he needed it. I knew that he's a hurry as a Benny. Just hug your loss. You have been scammed by an almajiri that can use almajiri with a smartphone. That's what happened. He scammed all of them. They gave him money. And the way they will come out and tell you. So he came out one day and he said, man, Astagfirullah. He mistakenly watched 4-minute porn video on Twitter. He's on Twitter and somebody uploaded 4-minute video, okay, of porn where people are kind of shagging, right? So this weary stood there, watch it for 4 minutes to the end, and then he picked up that same phone and he said, God will punish whoever posted that online, that he just mistakenly. These are the horrible people. So you get that Sharia will not make them actually fight poverty, fight those who have made them poor. But Davido's song, what is Davido's song they do for their phone? Even me, I don't get Davido's song. I don't get Whiskey. I don't get all these songs. Now, Akpala and all these things. I don't even download. I just go online and listen when I want to listen to music. So these Sharia people, they have all of these songs, Abi. That's why they got mad. And that's the country we are sharing with. That's the kind of people we are sharing a country with, Abi. And like that woman said, we are everybody got here, go gun self. Mommy, lost anywhere. Brace up. Koye.
Gbogbo Nàìjíríà, ọmọ Nàìjíríà káàárọ̀ o. Ṣé dáadáa la jí o. A kú ọjọ́ òní o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìjọba yìí o? Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o? Ara ni wá, ebi ń pa wá o. Owó epo kò ṣe ká lè jáde mọ́, gbogbo wa ti fẹ́ di handicap sínú ilé o. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba tó ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ ń jọ Monday Friday náà ń wọlé, kò sépo, kò sọ́nà, kò sí nǹkan kan, kò sí ná. Wọ́n dẹ̀ níjọba yìí máa tù wá lára. Ẹjọ́ ara tí ni wá ṣáfẹ́ máa jà àwọn ọmọ wa ni àbá fẹ́ máa jára wa ni. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Epo rice as at now rice 39,000 naira. Spag ò ṣe é fọwọ́ kàn. Gàrí ò ṣe é ra. Ẹjọ́ o, ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa o. Ẹ ṣàánú wa ìjọba Nàìjíríà, ẹ ṣàánú wa, ebi ń pa wá, ìyà tí ń jẹ wá, ara ni wá, ara ni wá. Ara ni wá tó bá lè ju ẹ pín wa kó lóra kó máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ, ẹ pín wa. Gbogbo.
Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Ó ti dójú.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
What
shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
Says thank you, Lord. I have taken a lot of time. I was going to share something else with you, and that is the Yoruba Union update, but let me take calls. So I'm going to take calls when I come back now, all right? But I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea. But I have something I want to say quickly before we get to that part, all right? A lot of you watching Maiyegun, especially those who have been very much regulars, I mean, like regular people on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, you will realize that, or you will remember that I am just like a one-man mopo here with all different things, many devices connected, working together through, through a streaming, software, which then share that to all of you, right? So whatever the output is, most of them, I just have to kind of see how to at least make it watchable for all of us, so that it's not so rancorous and rowdy on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. The other part is when people call into MaiyegunsDiary Politico, you are calling through either WhatsApp or the direct call as of lately, yeah? And I have told us many times, so many times for those who have had us overlapping conversation, I came back here to explain to you that if you are calling me, I don't know, people call me from all parts of the world. Sometimes some people will call, the line will be very clear. When I say something, they hear me right away. There are some other connections that when I say something or they say something, there is always kind of a delays. Now, in most cases, on MaiyegundsDiary Politico, my program is meant to be interactive. All right? Interactive in the sense that when you call in and you make your contribution, to make it more interesting, I may throw in something in it, make the conversation more broadened. Now, not all the callers always grasp that. But you see that part where it will sound like I am speaking over people. These are things that are completely out of my control. And in most cases, I would just be like, you know what? I think I'm sensing that there is a delay in our voices. So I'm just gonna, keep quiet for now and observe. Okay? So all of these are my own efforts in trying to present to us an interesting night where it's not expected to be perfect. Sometimes I run into a problem of audio too. And I will be here trying to figure it out, like, what should I do? What should I do? Oh my God, what should I get? And all that. You know what I mean? I have to do that all by myself. So it's not expected to be perfect. Okay? So last night, somebody sent me a message. You know, one thing is this. There is a part where people will call in and advise me openly or privately. And the intention is mostly like, I observed this. Did you observe this? Check this out. And I always appreciate such intention and such advices and, kind of a bit of, clarion call kind of. Sure you get. But this individual sent me a message. And in his message, he observed that overlapping voices during the phone conversation. And he said that I should look into it. Okay? Then the second paragraph of his text message, it was like, it is a bad habit that you can stop. Okay? You just need to let your callers talk. It is so rude of you to be speaking over them. What? Like, what the hell? This is, I got the message, I was like, I dropped the phone. Then I went back to it, I was like, who the hell is this? And as usual, I responded. In that response, I explained what I just told you, why that happens and all that. It's not perfect, but we can always manage it and all that. But I said, but you were not messaging me because you wanted me to fix that. You have already judged me. I am very rude. And I have a very bad habit, speaking over my callers on my own program, on my own platform, where I am the anchor. I can decide if I want to speak over. You shouldn't just call in if you don't feel that, Abby. Like, I was like, you are a judgmental cunt. And somebody like you should never message me again, ever in your life. And I blocked him. See, I'm saying this to all of you, okay? You don't owe me anything to be here, all right? I appreciate you, all of you. But there are some other things you need to also put into consideration, all right? Don't come at me, all right? Don't. I have passed the stage of those jibers. I have passed the stage of those of you who kind of make yourself feel like, you can. I am somebody that you have to watch what you say to me. Seriously. Even advice can turn to something else. For example, I'm talking and somebody says, oh, Maiyegun, move on, Charade, move on. Over shori brukuni. Ibola John move on too. So you see, so when you want to say something to me, or you just keep it to yourself completely, or don't even say it at all. Like, I have a bad habit. I'm very rude. No. So I shall give unto him, Sha. I say, I'll tell you now. so that maybe our, or our year hour, so that we won't have that kind of experience with me. I'm a very, very kind of lovely person. But when I sense any kind of insult, I don't care how much you disguise. I don't care how old you are. My response won't be something that you'll forget anytime soon. So it's better you keep it to yourself, and don't say it at all. Or if you want something to change, remember, you have to show that kind of, at least that respect. Don't talk to me and call me names or anything. Who the hell are you? Like, I know. That's how I felt when I was looking at that. What the hell are you? What the fuck? Like, what the hell are you? You've already judged me, not trying to help me. Oh, Nikure. You may be watching me. Oh, that's exactly how I felt when I sent you that message. Oh, Nikure. And you will never message me again. If you turn around, use them the other way, you will get the same response. Okay? And thank you. I'll go make some tea. Like I said, respect is reciprocal. Don't message me, insulting me, and thinking you're advising me. Advice. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming back to take calls on that. Gari, Ewa. I have a call out. I don't know if they are still there. They must be the most patient person in this world right now. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
How
my
are
GO.
Well,
you are amazing, fantastic, awesome. You're a godsend to us to liberate us.
Thanks, man.
I have a 4 bullet point to make. First thing, from all the things you said, so I just put a little note on them.
Please.
If we let me start with Emefiole. It's under any circumstances to say that we Emefiole suspension that we are not expecting it. That means we are naive, or we are more naive than the Mr. Emefiole himself. What I see is that Emefiole is just a pawn that was just used and thrown away. I look at it application of the principal agent theory of management and in law. Right. This is a wrongful application of the principal agent application theory. We can't be serious if we say that Emefiole on his own had legal, political, and constitutional authority to embark on some of these dumb policies that he's accused of. Yeah, we see Emefiole just a pawn that was used by Buhari to commit all the atrocities. And if you look at some of the impunities that he committed, he's been involved in a forest fraud of 3 billion, also possession of 101 trillion stamp duty fraud. Emefiole allegation compendium. Emefiole used CBN to aid fraud over $200 billion in actual collateral losses to Nigeria.
That's right.
So my question is, putting into consideration the Emefiole was an employee or an agent of his principal, and also who did have authority, who does not have authority to perpetrate these acts of financial recklessness
on his own,
ascribed to him. Yeah. Why is he being prosecuted for taking instruction from his organ? Where was the EFCC and DSS and the presidency when Emefiole allegedly funded the presidential campaign of Buhari, even his own presidential ambition? The answers to this is inevitably points fingers at Buhari. It is therefore the position that the individual to hold responsible for the flagrant act of impunity ascribed to former CBN governor in the outgone administration of Buhari. And if we're going to be naive too, let me just round up the Emefiole issue. We're going to be naive thinking that the new president, Bola Tinubu, will hold Buhari, because Buhari already have threatened that nobody should call him, nobody should contact him, nobody should ask him any question. But he forgot that even the biggest economy in the world, the US, I mean, they indicted Donald Trump for holding some papers in some classified papers in his house. They indicted him for the Capitol, the January Capitol 2021, 2020 Capitol Hill invasion of the Capitol Hill.
Invasion of the
Capitol, he was indicted for that too. And we're even going too far. Let's take it back to South Africa, called Zuma.
That's right.
He was jailed too. He was indicted and he was jailed. So Buhari is not above the law. But I don't think that what's his name? Will do.
He doesn't have the political will to fight corruption, except if people are just deceiving themselves.
Yeah, one thing is that they're in the same party, and Tinubu too have some legitimacy issues hanging on his throat and his neck, and he got so many corruption and all those stuff, rigging and all those stuff hanging. So I don't think he will actually try to touch the tiger's tail, and that will be that. Let me talk about Asari for real quick. Asari forming all those gangs, it means that Nigeria is a banana republic, because all those groups is forming. I remember the days of OPC or the Bakassi group in the East. They kill, they can rape, they can do anything. They are not government agencies. They cannot be sued or be sued. So it's illegal for any government to support, even for Asari to say that he support that Tinubu does, that is fighting for Tinubu. That is an illegal army that cannot be sued or be sued. No government, no country in a civilized world will support such kind of a thing. Yeah, because they can rape a woman and get those guys with their army and guns. They can rape a woman. You can sue them. They can kill somebody. You can do nothing. It's illegal. Then again, I go to the Dangote thing. I remember in 1957, Ahmadu Bello, he said, "We, the people of the North, will continue our stated intention to conquer the South and dip the Quran into the Atlantic Ocean after the British leave our shores." That's 1957. And guess who the high road leading to the Atlantic Ocean is named after? Sir Ahmadu Bello Way. That's in Lagos.
That's so the way now to the ocean.
They dipped it already. So they have their mission. And that's why they're building that refinery for their son right there in Lagos. So it's their mission. They're still on that train. They're still fighting on that train. And now finally what I would say is, on the Davido issue before I round up.
Yes, please.
Africa and South America are the two, they are the most religious continents on earth. And both of them are the two poorest continents on earth. And what they have in common is religion. And Africa and South America are the only continents that worship their slave masters' gods. If you look at it, the Arabs enslaved the Europeans first. Then the Europeans now enslaved the Arabs. Then they now learned how Arabs enslaved Africans. And they use that same tactics. What is that same tactics? Religion. Arabs used Islam to conquer the North in 1802. Then the Westerners used Christianity to enslave us. And what we're doing now is the religion, like Major Fashek said, religion now politics. Not all people know all the tricks. Religion is politics. A lot of them are Pharisees. Some claim they are Muslims, some claim they are Juju Sabbats, but all of them are politics. So they use it to enslave our mind. They use it to enslave our mind. I remember when I started doing my research in public health and I started looking into religion, I started crying. Look at China. Chinese are atheist country. They remove about 1.38 million people out of poverty every year. They don't use religion to do that. Rwanda banned religion, and look at Rwanda today. So we being religious is not a key to our progress. Religion is something of the mind.
Thank you so much.
So, Maiyegun, thank you so much. I love you, and I encourage you. You're doing a wonderful
always,
job.
yeah. Thank you very much for always being around as well. These are the people who make the conversation more interesting when they start adding their own perspective to the whole, it makes it broaden, and it kind of make it interesting for everybody sharing their evening with us. I have a caller again. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Oh, Prince JJ Man. You're back.
Baba. I salute Baba. Thank you so much. You have done it again tonight. They're hot.
Never a dull moment, like
at all. I bet my people make my share. Always before I come on to your program, I make sure I share at least not less than 5 people, 5 groups that I belong to. That's what I do all the time, and I also encourage my people. Share to groups and the individual. Groups, very important. They can easily spread it. This message needs to go far. That's what we want until our mind, the mental slavery of our people are liberated. Maiyegun General, you see, Emefiole matter. If they want to tell us the truth that they are probing Emefiole, they should first of all go and arrest Buhari.
That's right.
Without arresting Buhari, they are deceiving themselves. You see all this one they are doing in the court. They are just acting a Hollywood movie. Drama. That's what they are doing with prison warder and the DSS. All those things acting. Maiyegun General. All right. It's a script that they are acting there to show Nigerians that this matter hard though, this matter serious. So you understand, if you try corruption, we'll kill you. All these things. If they want to probe anybody, let them first of all go and bring that impostor that they impose on Nigeria for many years. That's the reason why they have to bring in a drug lord to cover up all the atrocities that they've committed through their nepotism. Maiyegun General, you remember the drugs in Ikorodu?
That's right, the biggest drug bust.
Yes, in Africa or in the world. That is where they used to hold the blockers of Kolo to sign. Even Ruga, he have signed Ruga. He have signed Ruga to them. Maiyegun, you see that refinery in Lagos? That refinery you see is Afonja. He sold Lagos and Southwest to them. The Yorubas should wake up. Yorubas who are called Yorubas, not these ones that are from Guinea and Sierra Leone.
Yorubas from Guinea, or the Guineans who speak Yoruba.
I'm telling you, Maiyegun, Yorubas, real Yorubas should wake up, that have real culture, that have integrity. They should just wake up and start to campaign against this evil that is in the land that they've already they are turning into tradition. Maiyegun General.
I deal with you.
That is one. Then two, we see Asare Dokubo. You know, he came back from Hajj. You know, I don't know if where he went to Hajj, where they told him is to go and be committing Togre and area boy and Agboro in Nigeria. One thing I'm looking at what he's doing. I'm just looking at him. I said, this guy is a local champion. You know, if he's in a civilized world where that he is, he can't try this nonsense. If he's in a society like America, where everybody have their own gun, will he threaten anybody like this? He don't dare it. Before he finish talking, in Bele, they go tear and shit, go mess up everywhere.
Yeah.
You understand? And Maiyegun, let me tell you, the way it's going, because the frustration, it don't reach throat. The goat that they are pushed to the wall now, Nigerian people, that goat will have teeth and bite like dog. You know, the whole Nigeria, if everybody have their gun, 200 million Nigeria have their own gun. Will Asare and his group that is not up to 2,000, the people that he managed to convince due to hunger, people that are following him because there's no job, you know, so he can recruit criminal easily, you know. Yes, because there's no job in Nigeria. Anywhere you can see money, easy money, yahoo, yahoo, anything goes. And you understand? That's just Nigerian for you, you know. So if everybody in Nigeria have gone, and it will get to that stage that everybody will have gone, because self-defense is your right. As the Nigeria have no government, everybody will defend themselves, you know, and you can't defend yourself in Nigeria with a stick and knife, with somebody that is carrying AK-47 coming to you. So everybody will get their own to defend themselves. That's how it's going to be, you know. Then if 200 million people carry their own iron, make him carry him boys come out. You know, they can't do Aswani. Most know where the own Aswani market is.
It's Asawana.
Aswani, all together. Thank you, Maiyegun General. God bless you, Jare.
Thank you so much, gentleman. You have a good one.
Respect.
Let's see if I got this. Hello there. Okay, maybe I didn't. Another problem with when we have calls from Nigeria is the network issue. Okay, and usually that's where the problem lies. Sometimes I will have to you know, where you have to see us speak over ourselves, right? Because you say something, it takes about 5 seconds before they even hear you, and they start talking, and then where they are talking, they will hear that you said something about 5 seconds ago in the middle of their own conversation, so they will be like, So that's something I suffer from here a lot. The connections. And I bet this is from Nigeria.
Hello, Maiyegun. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good today. How are you too?
I'm very well. Thank you. Where are you calling from, sir?
Thank you.
All right.
I'm calling from the nation capital of Nigeria.
You are calling from Abuja. Okay. So, everybody can hear you, sir. Please. The network.
Thank you so much, Maiyegun. Thank you so much for your site analysis. Thank you so much for your...
Thank you. I know it can really be annoying. Can you hear me? It's just going to be like back, forth, and all that. The networks can be very annoying. See that?
Oh, thank you so much for your information you gave us. But I just want to make some clarification, please. Godwin Emefiole, I'm not whoever is passing to him, he deserves to do so. But I don't know why they were using him as a soundboard. What about the boss, Imam, that put him in charge for 8 years?
Where is his boss that ordered him or approved all of what he did? They're not going to mention him. There we go. I am so sorry, my Abuja caller. The network is not being nice to us, we have to say. So I'm going to get this. This seems like another number from Nigeria. Except not. Hello.
Maiyegun.
Sir.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Brother.
Sir.
Let me say, you really try.
JJ.
No, surrender. Now, so JJ ni.
JJ. Hey, they never catch you.
I'm just on and off now, going and coming.
Are you sure you are not in their detention right now? What's in Nigeria?
JJ. You know, say I get some things where I don't be just overlook for there, so I got to
I'm just like, you know.
I got to brother.
Yeah.
You know, all these things you have been saying, it's like you don't know what is going on. We just need to pray for police and make it last 6 months. The way things are going. Don't you know that half of the people will put her there know they happy with her? Now the truth I tell you, but I know we'll talk too much. You see that as for an man, like Prince JJ, they said. You remember I've been telling you this guy, they bought his information last time, the long time, that guy hand. He get not be only call who they feed that guy. The guy na correct betray. When you say traitor,
mercenary. Anybody will pay, he go follow.
Now so we don't enter one chance. I just dey pray, make katakata burst. Once katakata burst, make everybody stay. Waka. Many things there on ground. But no, it's not meant for public consumption. Anyway, brother, you really try.
Just stay safe over there. I don't get connection for DSS, so you know what I mean? Like
no. Let's keep it that way.
We'll leave it at that. Yes.
But I just want to
let me go extra. Let me go somewhere else again. JJ would like us to just leave it like that. Hello, can you hear me? No, they can't. I lost that. So I have another caller. You believe? Hello there.
Hello. I can't believe I go through.
You just did. How are you, sir?
Wait. Oh man, bro, I've been calling for the past 3 weeks, man. Like, just put my phone ring and die.
So sorry.
Still, I can't make it through. So I'm super excited.
I'm sorry.
Right now.
But finally, you did. There's always that first time, and you are welcome. Please.
No, I'm a member of the temple, so I've been on your phone. I've called.
Okay, you've just not been able to get through in the. Oh, I get that now.
What is? I was like, what is happening to the line? Is Mahmudu is the one controlling the line, the APC.
I do. We block some of you out and allow others in. Like you know, no, I don't have that technology yet. I wish I do. So I can just fence some.
I know.
Like, no, don't call me. Yeah, no, don't call me. You know.
Oh man, sometimes man, you feel frustrated, and the show is so exciting. It's like, hey, can I just say one thing? How is these people going through, man? I mean, hey, your show, bros, man, your show is just something else. I can stay and watch your show for like 3 hours without not even like try to blink away.
I know.
3 hours and still listening.
I get everybody kind of. I managed to get everyone glued, except if something is so. Like they are so busy that they have to avoid it, and that's some good quality there. You know, spending quality time with everyone of ourselves.
This is the funny thing.
Feel like it's worthless, Charade. I will stop wasting my time. So thank you.
You know, the funny thing is this: regardless, you come online like almost every day,
yes.
Right? It's always like this is a brand new show, like something new. Like I'm watching it for the first time. That is how it seems like. And whenever you don't come online, everybody have that Maiyegun type of sickness. What is wrong? Or why is it not online today? As Nigeria started turning around, type of vibe.
I know.
You know?
I know.
So
thank you very much.
Yes,
anyway.
but I'm calling from California.
Yeah, go on, Baba, please.
I'm calling from California. This is Chris. Chris from California.
Say that again.
This is Chris.
Grace.
From Cali. From California.
Cali.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I think that sounds familiar now, kind of. But continue talking.
Yes.
I'll get there.
So
please.
yeah. So when you see, like, because I was watching the whole program, when you said Chege will start walking, man, I was dying of laughter. I said, by that time,
it's not me. They say na baby walk they are still facing right now, and after baby walk, Baba,
the Chege will start walking and running. So, because automatically, Shomole said the truth. He said, we didn't promise you guys anything. No. So they have nothing you guys is going to hold Tinubu against, because he never promised anything.
No.
So he will go to campaign, sing and dance. Then he will say, okay, I'm leaving. Then they pay Mahmoud. Then that's it. So now everybody's complaining. What do you expect? You understand? And another thing, what APC is trying to do is so easy to see what APC is trying to turn Nigeria to China. But the problem is they are not doing anything. Because, you know, China have two parties. People always see when they come, it's always one party, the CCP, right? But China have the opposite party. But the CCP is the one controlling China, while the other one is made by CCP. That's why when they were running their campaign, they try to make it about them a PDP. Because they're not too well. Nobody is voting for PDP. Because PDP is not like a wounded lion. Everybody say, a lion be that, but you still see children who go there and play, they will slap themselves. Then they can't do anything. You understand?
Like Pepper Tiger. If he just no he bite. God.
Yeah, money. Yes. Yeah, PDP. Because the entire campaign, they will say PDP is me, APC and PDP. Why? Because they will say, Atiku have been running for how many years? You understand? So that is not even a threat, because they know the threat was the obedient. You understand? But they don't want to give them that platform and that highlight, you understand, to make people believe in them. That's why they even put Obited, like even say, okay, let's go for it only. It will be between me and Atiku. They know what they were doing. But obviously, Nigerians have woken up and they didn't like the fact that the youth woke up. Now they bring this student law of a thing. Because they understand the more dummy and the Nigerians become, the more the criminals can be in power.
That's right.
Because like now, the subsidy have gone up 100%, everything Nigeria 100%, right? So if you can't afford to take your children to school fees, how can they be informed? They can be informed now. They will just look one, you know, like we Nigerians, we like praising people with money. They'll say, that Baba. Oh, but if you see in house, if you see in Benz, you understand? Like person like that come to run for any political position, they'll say, you don't need our money anymore. It's already rich. Just give your. The way some people was talking about Tinubu don't need Nigerians' money. Even the wife said it. Because that is the mentality they've been giving us over the years. Now the school fees. Yes, because the school fees is not high. Even the school they go. Remember, imagine now you go to school. When you graduated from school, you don't have job, nothing. And even the electricity, we don't have it. Majority of the people that is highly educated, someone here that live in Western world, that don't even have the qualification they have, they will still school these people. Because why? We are exposed to a lot of information that they don't even have access to. You understand?
I do with you.
So now that is the thing that is going on. Now let's look at this. When I was talking about the CC, Tinubu, once Tinubu finish now, it will bring another person that is worse than him. Though people will start saying, we miss Tinubu. If it's Tinubu now, things was okay. We know say we suffer, but it suffer not the way everybody is talking about Buhari now. Some people say they miss Buhari. Now, anytime they post hardship in Nigeria, people will type, this hardship will favor me and my family. You understand? It's just crazy. And the funniest thing is this. People that is calling from Nigeria, they now have a new formula of begging. People that is calling from Nigeria. Bros, I have 3 different people on my phone. 3 with same thing. Why 2 with different thing? They will call. They will say, oh, my mom is dead. Or my dad is dead. Right? You will never see flyer. You say, your papa died, your mama died, bro, sorry. And they'll start giving you complaint for you to feel bad for them, right? Then now they will ask you for money. You say, but guy, I'm never ready for burial and fly and nothing ever come. They will tell you everything Nigeria is so they just want to do a coded burial. Have you ever heard about coded burial before? Doing burial high. I say, my brother, bros, Another one that hit me up yesterday is getting married, right? I said, okay, guy, no wahala. When time reach, I'll see what I'll do, right? Can you imagine? From this guy tested me 2 weeks and he come back yesterday to make it look like it's real. The thing is real. Common flyer I never see, even in girlfriend or wife to be, I've never seen. I said, but guy, where your wife? Where the flyer? Where he said, guy,
where the invitation? Where the IV? Where the thing go show say, now here you won't do now, so person you won't marry. Where all these things? Now you they ask?
Now, they said, the situation in Nigeria now, they'll start complaining. And this was the same thing. Yes, now say coded wedding, coded burial, everything now coded. I said, my brother, I don't get money for anything when you want hide do. Guy, kukuma hide do. I'm like, say, sabi me as well. You understand? And Baba, these were the same, and these people live in Lagos. So these were the same people that I was talking about this Tunubu of a guy. We don't trust him. Go vote for B. They was telling me, Tunubu is a political genius. Once Tunubu entered presidency now, dude, I swear to God, all these people were telling me. All these people were telling me. I say, but even the case in court, these people use math to. I say, like me, we be obedient to. How come we when they informative down and when they say na social media you they follow now, but now the real grand the thing they. Now the real ground when the thing they not they enjoy and I call they disturb us when they for social media. Now I say, follow your real ground though. We when they social media, more let us be.
Just leave us for here. More they see the social media president, mean they motivate us. So go meet your grand running president. Mean go sort you.
I they tell you now, bye-bye. The way me, I don't go like my own prayer.
Yeah, what? Tell us.
May even court just surprise us, say to Nubu win. So that those people go enjoy where. They go enjoy. Because these people, I'm not feeling bad for them. I'm not. By the time that shake start walking and running, now that place I be they wait for.
You know go like that too. Man, no lie you. I don't dream about time. Sure you get. See, under Buhari, say me, now they kind of they look everywhere all the time. I don't report about a woman we carrying her own child. Go deposit them for 1 Congo of Gary. Sure you get.
Oh man.
So when this kind shege come tie rapper or come wear joggers, trainers, come they run after this baby walk. Even you say no go like him. You will see. God give us long life. You go see.
But that is true. That is true because me, I'm not going to lie because I have family back home, right?
Like you will see, even though you go still feel like say, oh more, she will not tell them. But sometimes you go feel like say, oh more, how things come bad like this.
Dude, me and honestly, like I don't know any single person. Do you know how bad this is? Like I just dropped my friend off at the airport. He's going to Nigeria. To the point we still stop by the bank to withdraw at least $100 on the side that we will use to bribe people
them at the airport.
From the airport. Because my own experience when I went to Nigeria, it was crazy, bro. I told my guy, I said, guy, listen, at the airport, if you want to bribe, you will bribe with all your money, all the things you bring. You have to nail out to excuse your face and be very mean and rude. And the same thing you have to do, you have to try to change this your accent to and be American. I was like, that is the way me personally was able to pass through these people.
Like say, see, tell your friend again, if you never fly, tell her, say, when he can land, enter town, if they greet him, they hail and say, Baba, Shaman, Igwe, Ozizika Kuwan. Me instead they repeat them, they call the shake body with us. Hey, they hear you too. If they call him king, me call them king of kings. If they call him Shaman, me call them president.
I tell him, say, even transport fare alone will take all his money. So if you want to go there, go do for the Christmas. My guy, don't call my phone. I'll let you know. Not call they tell me, say, guy, after 1 week, your money don't finish. No try him. No, the situation there is really terrible. It's really, really terrible.
Bless.
All right, boss. Thanks so much.
It's such a pleasure, right? Speaking to you tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, boss. All right, thank you.
You should have a good one, Baba. Nice one, So, Baba, if you go Nigeria or you are in Nigeria, I know to get. If not, you go work out with money. You go back home empty-handed. Your brokenness, the way you go broke in no time, it go surprise you too. So if you there, say you, Chairman, my Chairman, call back. I say my president, my general president. If they call you president, call them, my world president. If you go to do Chairman, come back here and testify. Hello there.
Yeah, Maiyegun, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
This is Olatokunbo speaking.
Talks. You back?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Well, I was in Nigeria for I was in Nigeria 3.5 weeks ago, and it was amazing. First and foremost, I might deviate from what you're talking about today, and
quickly.
I actually went to Princess to Ishara and Modogbolu. And Maiyegun, my heart bleeds.
Did you see all Did you see all those towns? Did you see the people?
I did. When I went to the schools, I had 2 places that I thought I was a hard person, but this brought me to tears. And a lot of people that are on your program today, when they do go home, they might need to go and see Princess and go around the schools and see what exactly it's like. Because when you see it on the screen and what you bring to them, that's just like a drop in the ocean of what is actually on ground. And I saw it for the first time. Now, let me give you one scenario. There was a little girl in Ishara, school 2, that we went to. Maybe her foot was like a size 1. She was putting like a size 4 white trainers on. When they saw, but I ain't saying, sorry, I'm Yoruba, sorry. Once they tied the shoe back, and she had to actually walk in a shoe 4 times her size. We gave her a shoe that day. The other lady, there was a lady, I was telling Princess, I said, look, that girl doesn't have any shoes on. So Princess actually mentioned in her speech that, I wanted to Nibata, let's say. And her friend actually stepped back a little bit to cover her friend's shame that she didn't have any shoes on her feet. Maiyegun, that thing moved me to tears. When you're in Nigeria, Maiyegun, people are suffering. I swear that my brother. I called my daughter. I said, look, I'd love you to see, because I sent her a few videos that I did on myself. I said, I want you to come and see how privileged you are. But someone told me, I said, look, hold on, my brother. This can either be therapeutic or traumatic to your own children. And I'm thinking, if it's traumatic to me, how will my own children handle it? Then we go to Dugbolu, the poor girl hasn't been able to move for a while. When we gave her the wheelchair, the mother's prayer was deep. And I just said, look, Princess, let me go back to where I'm coming from. I said, I can't do this anymore. So I want to hail Princess and her team, and Maiyegun yourself, what you guys are doing. If I don't know you guys do it, but for me, I think I'm a hard man. Man, I know I'm a father, and this touched me deeply. So Maiyegun, from my bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you for who you are.
Thank you.
Princess, thank you for who she is. Thank Princess team, everybody in her team. I can't remember their names now, but you guys are doing a marvelous job. I'm part of this thing. My donations come in where you can't even see my name coming in because I do that discreetly, but I was there and they were passing through my home.
Following your money. It's like putting your money
and
where
I'm
your mouth is, right? And you saw.
Even in the rain, we were there. Children were waiting for us to come. And I saw them. Those pre-looks that they gave you guys on the TV is a tip of the iceberg. People need anybody that goes to Nigeria from Yoruba, from our community here. Let me put it that way. Don't let me say Yoruba, from our community, because we are not only Yorubas here, the Igbos, the Hausas here, from our community of MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Please try and reach out to Princess. And if they're doing their rounds in the Yoruba side, just go down and see. So you now imagine what happens in your own land and in the northern part of Nigeria. Maiyegun is deplorable. Even the teachers, Maiyegun is absolutely heartbreaking. I spoke to my father. My father said, look, you know what? It's my Maiyegun.
Talks. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, Maiyegun. I just had to debate from because I've not called on your show for a long time. I've been in the background. After the election, I said, you know what, I just give up and everything. But I've been on your show, keep listening. I'm thinking, Because Maiyegun, so Tony, why can't people just open their minds and just listen to this chap? This guy is telling you guys exactly what's going to happen. And Maiyegun, everything has been, you are like a prophet. Everything you have been saying has been coming to pass. And you have the right set of people working with. I'm not an executive, and I can't be an executive because I'm not that strong enough to be there. Because I'll just vex for people. You understand? I'm not that patient person because I was angry. I'm thinking, if I had the money, I could do things for these kids. But I saw what we did. And Maiyegun, those impact in Ishara, and Odo Bolu, Maiyegun, that's more than enough for me to say, you know what, I want to go full on with you guys. I will put whatever resource I can give, I will give. If they want to stay places in Ogun State, I know people I can talk to. Somewhere.
I know.
Do you understand?
Thank you.
I've seen what you guys have done.
I am happy.
Maiyegun, thank you so much.
That. And then,
Maiyegun,
you know, with the team, like you said, who have been very much on ground.
Princess
is
magnitude
to people. Oh, you know what I mean? But I'm glad you experienced it.
Maiyegun, you know those exercise books you gave the children?
Mm-hmm.
I brought some back to I brought some 4 exercise books for my children, and they saw it here and like, that is this what the kids are clamoring for? I said, yes. But then we got all these things free. I'm saying, no, don't do that. People are actually dying to have this. A teacher came to us from Peru and begged us to come from Shara to Peru. Say, please come and give us some books. This is what we need in our school because the government is not supporting us. And we did that on our own. We give them books and they were praying. Everybody was praying. Churches were praying. I'm like, for real, is it this bad? Do you get me? Well, another day, because I think I was calling the other number. I just saw it on the screen and that it's a 077 number.
The phone just died on its own.
I've been calling the other number. That's how I should have called earlier on. But I'm the hold on. I don't
actually recognize the number too. Like, you know.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for this experience.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello there.
Yeah. All right. Hello, Maiyegun.
Yeah, can you hear me? Is that Ken?
No, it's not Ken. I'm from Tony.
Okay. How are you?
Yes. I'm okay.
Beautiful.
I'm okay. But really, it's not easy. I'm a first-time caller.
You are a first-time caller. You just grabbed that Ken voice so perfectly that I could pass you for Ken. Right. So, what's your name, sir?
My name is Anthony.
Anthony. Thank you so much for joining me. Please.
Yes. Really, it's not easy. You know, when I saw today's video, I was something else. What shit is happening in this whole country called Nigeria?
Tell me about it.
But really, Maiyegun, let me tell you.
Yes, sir.
Before I came to US, if you see the kind of military formative Tinubu's government, you can't believe it. We have Kai, we have Lasma, we have all kind of military formative. Sometimes when I ask myself, is this kind of leader we are going to project that has impunities over everything, do not obey the court rules, court orders, and rest of them?
They don't.
I ask myself, what kind of nation are we building?
Honestly.
What kind of nation are we building? A nation that the presidency does not have. Look at a kind of scenario that happened here. It has held the whole world. I've seen it. And everybody was, what kind of thing is this? Where there's no rule of law. It's really disheartening. I've been calling this your program. I've been watching it for over a year and a half. Every day I keep on calling. Sometimes it makes me to even not to put myself. I say, what kind of nation is it? But that apart, but I ask myself, what kind of nation is this? What kind of nation are we building?
It is so kind of draining. That's the word. Like, it drains you so much that you ask so many questions without getting an answer, and they just keep coming back again, like repeating themselves again and again. It's exhausting, Anthony.
Firstly, Maiyegun, I have to thank your wife, because every day you make out a program that sometimes I ask myself, do you have time for yourself? But first of all, I have to thank your family for
it, you know, and people have been so, so generous to me as well, that I just feel like I'm not working.
I've been an advocate. No, of course, but I've been an advocate of a good governance. But really, I don't know. In less than 2 months, in less than 2 months, this kind of scenario is playing out. What kind of legacies are we showing our children? What kind of legacy are we showing to the international community? What kind of legacies are we telling ourselves? What kind of things, what kind of pride do we boost? Maybe you'll be going or somebody asks you, where are you from? How can you tell him you're from Nigeria? Because sometimes you say, well, Africa. You want to omit some parts. It's really disheartening. It's a really big slap, a big shame on our side. Really, it's very messy. I don't know, really. Every day people will be asking you of money. Ask everybody in diaspora. Please. The other guy said coded burial, coded wedding, coded everything. Coded money. Everybody will be asking you every day. Ask everybody in diaspora. Some people now have a kind of not want everybody to know their phone number, but I don't know how they have access.
Avoiding anything Nigeria now, like even social media.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them are creating their social media handle because they can no longer cope with the level of messages they get.
Because everybody will be asking you, please, my children, they have just sent them out from school. This will ask you, my landlord is about to throw up my things out there. This will ask you, we have a burial at hand, we don't even have money to do it. This will ask you, please, have a wedding. My brother, it's really a sham. Thank you, Maiyegun. First of all, I thank you for this. I'm a first-time caller. I'm a first-time caller. I've been trying every day, try. I said one day it will get.
Look at it. Here you are.
Yeah.
But I think you have to study it. Some people know the trick. Okay, they don't stop.
Yeah.
You know why some people say I've been calling and they don't get through? Let me tell you something. A lot of you, once you try 2-3 times, then Maiyegun is saying something or somebody says something, you are like, no, I want to listen to this person. So you've dropped your phone, listening again. Then you're like, no, I want to call back. By that time, it may be like about 200 people trying at the same time. Just imagine that we have over 3,000 people, right? And you want to call in, it will take extra effort. But I'm glad I spoke to you tonight, okay? Thank you so much, Anthony. So that's a good one there. And at this point, I am thinking, should we call it a night? Hang on. So Anthony's line got frozen. Well, I think he's already said most of what he wanted to say to us. So let's take this. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Oh my God, today I'm like I'm in heaven, man.
Oh no, don't start. I mean, you're alive with me, of course, and I'm kind of like buzzing. I can imagine. I mean, this is gonna be good. How are you,
Maiyegun, I'm very, very fine. I'm very fine, man. You're wonderful, seriously. My first time calling.
I can tell. Like your name, sorry.
My name is Emeka, Maiyegun, Emeka.
Emeka.
Yeah. Maiyegun, you know what?
Tell me.
My first time listening to you, I was like, what this man is talking about? Why is this man always just abusing Nigeria? Why is this man always talking like this? You know, when I continue listening to you, Maiyegun, seriously, I know that nobody's like, you make me change your life, the kind of country that we are living. I swear, before I travel to UK, I swear. Hi, man. When I come to this country, I understand all you have been saying in your program always.
You get
seriously. Yeah,
all the anger, all the rage.
I'm
like, say, waiting then get for
when I was in Nigeria watching
YouTube,
I was like,
what is so special about this place? But the only special thing is that a human being they run this place.
You know, the first time I just stepped my leg in UK, I was like, oh. Honestly speaking, this man was saying a lot of things that I need to realize that Nigeria is a hair, man. It's a hair. Maiyegun,
right.
You know what happened?
Tell us.
You're number one, seriously. I'm so much happy to talk to you. Seriously, you're number one. May God continue to bless you.
Amen.
You don't know, you have like someone when you say like if you when you are like talking, you are telling like if you want to hear, you know, some of you are like some of you are talking about, man. You really changed me.
You know, I mean, like I've always told people, I said I don't expect people to do what I say. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Whatever information you hear from me, right? Once it's just by yourself, go process that.
You know, I'm confirming Igbo guy. I'm from Abia State. You understand? The Kanu is from my state, but I don't believe in Biafra. But it's you that make me to believe in Biafra. Seriously.
Bless you.
I'm telling you this. You know, when they are saying Biafra, I say, what is Biafra? But it's you that I'm listening. I believe in Biafra. I'm telling you honestly speaking. I'm telling you. The Kanu is from my same state. You understand? I'm from Bende local government. Now the card is from Omaya. You understand? The same yeah, but I don't believe in Biafra. I don't even want. I don't like to hear Biafra. But when I start listening to you, totally, I was like,
it started making sense. Like because I do tell people, I said, you know, one thing is this: we need to understand the fact that if we have a chance to make choice, we must allow others to make their choice too. So if somebody says, I don't believe in Biafra, my job is. If somebody says, I don't believe in Yoruba nation. If I have a chance of talking to that person, my job is to give them reasons to actually believe in it.
Just look at what happened today.
Yes.
Is it a country? Yeah. This thing that happened today, is it a country? Is it a country? It's not a country, man. It's not a. This is not a country. Okay, I was like just thinking like this kind of thing happened to Emefiole. Okay, let us assume now Obi win. Let the court declare Obi winner. Do you think that they will allow him to rule? Do you think that now
they may try to stop him, but
DSS are not respecting the rule of law. They say we are a democracy. DSS they are not respecting the rule of law. Okay, is it true that we respect the rule of law? Yeah, this is not country, man. This is not country. This Nigeria is not country anymore. Seriously, it's not a country. Maiyegun, you know what? May God continue to bless you, brother.
So
seriously.
Much, okay.
Whenever I listen to you, immediately it's 8 o'clock, man. I was like, oh, this man.
No, Maiyegun so stars. I know. Thank you. I mean, I put a lot. You know, one thing is that I put a lot into the program, and I'm so happy that a lot of people actually they have become so used to it. So the standard is like this, And I promise I will never make it lower. Trust.
Seriously. Immediately, like I close work 10 o'clock, but immediately it's 8 o'clock, I will just listen. Only thing, all I'm doing at 2 hours, I don't know. All my mind is in Maiyegun.
Bless you. And that's the good thing about it as well. If I can have your mind and all of that for that moment, you know, when you watch somebody for hours, an hour, 2 hours, and you are the type that hardly sits down to kind of listen to something like this, that means I'm doing something very good and right. If you see the caliber of people that are actually spending hours, you sit down there, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you are even so willing that until the mama call, like everybody wants to, you know what I mean? So that's something good. It's like a standard, and we need to maintain it. You have no idea what that is like. It's like a pressure. I'm used to it, where I can curate all my entire broadcast. All I'm going to need for that broadcast, I can create them within a space of maybe 4 or 5 hours. Here you get. And that doesn't mean that it's going to be like a stagnant 4 or 5 hours. So it's going to be like hours. I mean, you know, doing this even when I'm doing other things. I'm picking news here, I'm picking there. I've got this here and there. I'm putting them together. How do I make it so? How do I present it? That it's not going to sound so directionless. And your 2 hours or 3 hours with me will be actually worth it. So every time people talk back and say, well, every time your program seems new and all that, well, I put a lot into it, and I'm glad you love it. It is political conversation. And if I was a billionaire or something with someone who is so rich, I will buy like 1 million digital cameras, 2 million pieces of drones, and I will unleash them on Nigeria, plug them everywhere, and I will give you free view. Nigeria Flix, not Netflix, Nigeria Flix, and everything about Nigeria every day. For the rest of your lives, I can stream all of that to everybody if I was a billionaire. So yeah, I'm so good at that. And when people like it, so I'm always kind of compelled to do more. So thank you, all of you. You always want to remind me, Maiyegun, you are doing so well. Well done. Remember, I get temper too. Sure you get. When somebody says something and I'm somebody who is not like, oh, I don't want to say that so that I don't want to offend people who like Maiyegun. I want to be like that gentle, lovely. Oh, Maiyegun, I love your smile. My smile is very good, right? And it is so real. That's how I am, right? But my other side, when I'm like, when I want to tell people like the way I feel, around that time, I throw away all this home training, all this smile and everything. I'll be like, I've never seen you so angry before. Congratulations, now you have. So I don't be that kind, always like smiley. So, but I appreciate all of that, and thank you. Always like smiley. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Maiyegun.
Good evening to you, too.
This is Dangada on the line.
I knew it. So you always come with your different star, and it's good to have you again. So we should be ready for another bombastic 4-5 minutes, aren't we?
You know for
anyway,
sure.
You have it, Baba.
You know for sure.
On the beat.
Maiyegun, I will say this based on the message you complained of. The problem we Nigerians have. Every Nigerian believe that they know it all, and they want you to, abide to their own opinion. They want you to follow that their idea. That is why you see a Nigerian, when you are telling him that Tinubu government will not do well, he will say, I know, but Tinubu is already a millionaire. He can't steal from us, but let's just try him. He's trying to force his own opinion on you. When there is but in that discussion, he's already trying to force his own opinion on you. Yes, I know he's a criminal, but let's try him because he has already stolen enough. That kind of thing.
They are all the same, but Tinubu has money. He doesn't need money again. They are all the same. Let's try. I get it.
I'm a very tempered person too, but your program, Nnamdi Kanu program, and your program taught me to listen more and speak less, because when you start listening to people's different opinion on issue that you believe that you know much more about, and you see them saying things that you think let me just use this word, let me not say that I know, like you think and another person is saying that he knows this thing in a different way, and you will start seeing yourself like, is this not the same thing that I think that I know? It made me to start listening more and to learn more. You understand? So coming to the
Dongada, they said that the people who are going to really change our world in everything are people who are ready to unlearn what they have learned. Do you get that now?
Exactly.
There are things that we were told while we were growing up, or information, updates, all these things continue to update us on our own knows and knowings and all that. But for those who have clung on to the old beliefs and they don't want to leave that, and they, you know what I mean, it's difficult. But for those who are going to really change the world, there must be those who are ready to listen to others and unlearn and relearn. Go on, Tonkada.
Maiyegun, let me come to the issue at hand. If you are a farmer and you have a plantain plantation, we always secure your plantain for it not to fall into another person's fence, because you risk losing it if it falls into another person's fence. You know why I said this? Southerners, they know the risk of what is happening in Nigeria, the machineries they are creating here and there. You understand? Let me start with Northerners. The things that has been happening in Nigeria, the killings, the kidnapping, and all those things, molestation, raping, marrying off of kids, and all that. You can never see an average Northerner come out to condemn it. Reason being that they all supported it. They are all supporting it. If you want to say, let me say 97% of them are supporting it. And I will start with, if you think they are not supporting it, how many times have you seen a governor, a local government chairman, a senator, a minister, any of them coming out to condemn what is happening in Southern Kaduna, must still be people from Southern Kaduna that will condemn it.
They would rather
Kaduna,
condemn those who condemn what is going on in Southern Kaduna.
Thank you. Even from Kaduna, you will not see people condemning it, apart from the Christians who are the victims. You understand? The reason why I say this is that, you know, there will be a time, and it will not be a very long time from now, when the Northerners we will be the one to mount whoever they want as a president. I know it's happening already, but when I said this, I meant it in this way. There will be a time. They have machineries around Nigeria already. They have Boko Haram, Al Qaeda, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Shaddai, and whatever.
Do you know what they said, Dongada? They said that in 8 years of Buhari, over 50 armed groups surfaced, and they are still operating in Nigeria right now. Armed groups.
Of course. You know, we are still calling the ones in the southeast Fulani herdsmen. They are not Fulani herdsmen. The one that is in southeast, southwest, they are not Fulani herdsmen. No. These people, most of them don't have cows. I will tell you what happened in Enugu last month.
Tell us.
They kidnapped a son of my in-law in a community called Olo in Eziago local government. They demanded for 50 million, and the family is very poor. They could not afford such amount. They held that guy and transferred all the money in his account until 2 weeks after they finished transferring the money. At the same time, they held one of my friend's wife's sister, and they collected 5 million and emptied his account. The same time, the same week, the same period. This thing happened last month. You understand? Now, I want to ask this question. Does it mean that those securities operatives in Southeast and Southwest, that the name we registered, the calls they make to demand this ransom, that they cannot track them? They can track them, Maiyegun.
They can.
But what is happening is this, you know. I remember in 90s and in early 2000s, when if they kill one of a Easterner in North, the Easterners will start killing the Northerners in the East. I remember those days. But now they have used our own people who are in government, governors and senators, to weaken us, that things like this would be happening and nobody will say anything about it. There's something that happened you know, there is something that happened in one of the local governments in Anambra State. The local government is in my head, but I can't mention it now because I have a lot of things in here. You know, they kidnapped. This thing happened the last 2 weeks. They kidnapped a lady. I think a warrior. They kidnapped a lady for 6 months. These people are Fulanis from Niger. They claim to come from Niger. They were two. They were employed as a securities to protect, to guide one empty house like that. They kidnapped this lady for 6 months. They were raping this lady day, morning, and night. You know, they impregnated this lady. They gave her some substance, local medicine. They took her inside the bush. This baby, how am I going to say? Like, shit the baby out, like. The baby is already formed. They forced the lady inside the bush to push the baby out. They took her inside, and from that same day, they started raping that lady again until they got her pregnant again. This thing happened 2 weeks ago. If you want me to send you the video, I will send it. You know, after
were they caught or something? How did this come out, or she escaped or something? What happened?
No, they didn't escape. They didn't escape. They caught the two bastards, you know. They did not even run. Let me not use the word caught, because they did not run. The lady, the securities around the place discovered the lady. Then they started questioning the lady when those guys went out, and maybe to get something also. So they invaded the building. They saw the lady. They started questioning the lady. The lady said that these people has kidnapped them for the past 6 months. Now those guys, they waited for those guys to come back at night. They questioned them, what happened? Did you kidnap these ladies? They said yes. Did you got her pregnant? They said yes, and they aborted it. The second one, who owns the pregnant, they said the pregnancy. They said it was them. You know what the security said to him? To them, he said to them, I hope you know me very well. He said, yeah. They said yes. Where did you come from? Niger Republic. Have I ever treated you like this community? They said no. They said, okay. Did anybody touch you? They said no. Everything you are saying here, did we force you to say it? They said no. They said we are going to forgive you, but let this thing not repeat itself in this community again. Maiyegun, what the hell is that?
They let them go.
I'm telling you. Do you want me to send you the video? I can search the video and send you watch it by yourself. I'm not telling you this is not an audio or whatsoever. This thing happened just 2 weeks ago, not far back as 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And we have securities that Yoruba claim to create in Anambra State. We have the governor of Enugu State moving around, stealing people's shop on Mondays because they decide not to open their own shop. They paid the rent for, But now
that's very sad. I mean, I wish I can't say I wish you didn't tell us, but now I'm kind of worried because I know when things like this happen, right? It's not the first time, okay, but maybe not graphically described the way you just described it, okay. But I know that most of these communities where they are perpetrating all these crimes and all that, especially under Buhari, there was no way that many of them who got arrested didn't make their way back to the community. So we have all this on record, but I mean, raping somebody, forcing them to do abortion and the rest of that. And then the community came out about it and it was just like, we warned you or we are warning you or something like that. That's sad. Very sad.
You know why I have to say it open? I have some records of even the guy they stole his prick in Benin today. He was an Hausa beggar. The video is there on the line. Maybe you must have seen that one too. You know why I have to say this? I'm saying this because I want to tell you how weak we have become in our own societies. How they have ended up rendered us so powerless in our own societies. Because now we have youths who cannot even react because they are afraid their own governors cannot protect them. Their own communities cannot protect them any longer. So when things like this are happening, when a sitting governor, an ex-governor will come out and tell you that you should not kill Boko Harams, that they are their children, their kids, that they are Nigerians. A time will come when these people will circulate. You do remember when they once mentioned that they want to send...
The time is already here. We just don't know when they're going to strike us all at the time. I mean,
of course, it won't take after Tinubu's regime.
Thank you so much.
So,
sorry.
So you know why I say this is this, Maiyegun. Time in no long time it won't take more than Tinubu's regime. Yeah. Now, Asari have created his own mercenaries. There are mercenaries all over Nigeria, and it's not going to end soon. Because if Asari died today, another person would want to be as powerful as Asari to be threatening governor and nothing.
Rich as he is, still free money.
You know. So I have a lot to say, but let me just try to
thank you.
No problem, man. Thank you very much.
No. Well, anyway, thank you so much. You have a good one, Baba. Okay, thank you very much. Guys, I'm going to draw the curtains, right? I was going to show, like I said before, I was going to show you our update from the Yoruba Union, but Talks came on and he decided to share his own experience with all of us. But to every one of you who has been with me tonight, Ifeanyi Ojuka, thank you very much for your super chat, okay? And thanks to every one of you who called in as well, who shared this, and my new subscribers too. I'm going to see you some other time, okay? And until then, remember, if you haven't really liked this broadcast, you can still do that before you go, okay? And I will see you some other time. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.